Okay, so this is the video of our landscaping project midway through. Well, more than midway through actually at this point. We got a lot done today because Makram was over, so I'm going to show you. Here is the rosemary bush that was not doing very well because it didn't get enough water this winter. And it was on the porch. Planted some basil, which will come up soon. That will be thyme. Will come up through the rocks. Makram repotted the sage bush, which looks really, really good there too. We've got parsley. The next basil is purple and regular Persian basil. That is the Mexican basil. And then here we've got Thai basil and lime basil. We've got another pot here that needs some herbs in it. Haven't quite figured out what to put there. The chives, we cut those back so those will grow in, fill in a little more. There's also a little strawberry plant there. Lavender and lemon thyme that made it through the winter. We cut back the lavender quite a bit too, so hopefully it'll pick back up. Back in here, you can see we've got dianthus growing. The lilies are coming up, and we've got a yellow twig dogwood there. And going back a little further, there's some clematis that's growing on the trellis that we put up, and one little tulip that's still left there. We've also got some rose bushes that are growing. There's a red rose and a white rose. Those bushes are coming out. There's some more lilies there. It's all mulched. Howard's trying to figure out where to go and what to do here. You're going to sit in the garden, Howard? Just sit there by yourself? Alright. Well, Howard is sitting between some more lilies and a butterfly bush. There are lilies here along the front. And Huckleberry's investigating now, too. Another dogwood. Makram planted that this morning, and I can't remember what it is, but I think it has flowers. More lilies, and this is our white lilac tree, which was replanted from between the crepe myrtle, and it just wasn't getting enough light, but it's got one little tiny flower up there that you can see, maybe, but that's really the only flower. Otherwise, it wasn't doing too well. A creeping juniper, which was also replanted from a different part of the garden. This is some sort of Korean hydrangea that's got cone-shaped flowers rather than the round puffballs. That'll be interesting. Some hostas, and then we've got the rose bush growing on the trellis here, our little garden gnome. There's a tiny azalea back there that wasn't doing well on the other side, and so we repotted that. The forsythia that's been taken, cut back quite a bit, and we're tying it up so we can shape it a little more. That's Foxy's little space that she likes to relax in. Unfortunately, we're going to have to block that off so that she doesn't have a view into the neighbor's yard, because she would sit there for hours. Okay, so going back here, you can see we've got a beautiful arbor vitae, I don't know what it's called, arbor vitae something, and the crepe myrtle, which is starting to bud. That's going to turn in really nicely. It'll fill up quite a bit. Also back here, we're planning to, Makram's going to get some large rocks, like Japanese kind of rocks, and plant them in here, along with some ground cover, which is over there still in pots. We've got some ferns that'll be going back along here, along the back edge of the trellis. A dense yew that we have not, that we had over by the garage, but we've moved, or Makram moved. And this is one of the old windows from the house that we took out, and Makram thought that it would be a nice kind of visual focal point thing, so we're thinking about trying to hang it off of this wall somehow. The composter, which we moved behind the other hydrangea, and a new trellis back there to discourage jumping over. This is a Korean viburnum of some sort. No, not Korean. This is just a viburnum. And that's going to go in that pot right there. Over here, we've got a couple of ferns that are just starting to come up back there, and two new hydrangeas that we clipped from the front and replanted back here. Also some hostas along the front. It was one big hosta that we broke up, and that'll be a nice little border there. This hydrangea, the big one, we actually moved to center it between the two windows of the garage. And there are some little bluebell kind of flowers along the perimeter here that are going to come up. I'm not sure exactly what those are. They might be elephant ears. And then over here, we've got our bleeding hearts, which are really, really pretty right now. They're blooming, and this is definitely the right time for them, but they're really great. We love them. Over here, my mint came back from last year. That was really, really great. And a couple more elephant ears, which will probably also go into pots around here, maybe in this area. And then this planter box, we replanted the Andromeda, which is also doing really well. We bought this last fall for like $3 or something like that, and it seems to be doing pretty well. There's a little lily there that Makram stuck over there. That's the money tree from inside, which wasn't doing very well, so we're bringing it out here. Another one at the Arbor Vitae, or whatever it is. It's got very like small, thin fern-like branches, which I think are really, really pretty. Those are my tomatoes, which are going to go into the planters that have not yet arrived. And the mandeville, which is going to climb up over the fence. So that's planter box number 1. And then over here, we have planter box number 2. With all the bulbs we planted in the spring that are coming up. Right now, we've got the narcissus, the daffodils are cropped up. But we also have some of these like little tulips here, you can kind of see. Those are about to pop out. And we've got some nandina, which will grow in and will screen this area back here. So we're also planning on planting some like sweet potato vines along here that'll cascade over, and it should be really pretty. So this is the whole effect basically. And we put our table back and cleaned it up. I need to sweep still, but it's looking pretty good right now. And then that's our little potted area over there with the trellis. And with the clematis and the roses will be really, really pretty once those bloom. So that's the garden tour of the backyard.